Hey there everybody, today I'll be talking about Ace. Now I've been updated with the ban list, and this is for the ban list as of the 10th of November I think it is. So let's crack on with it. So Portcast the Ace is when this leader attacks or is attacked, you may trash any number of event or stage cards from your hand. This leader gains 1,000 power during the battle for every card trashed. This is a deck that requires plenty of events for the effect to obviously go off. So it's a 5k at most leaders with 5 life. First one is Ezo. Ezo is the most common search for Whitebeard anyways now. On play, look at the top 5 cards. Reveal one card with a type including Whitebeard pirates other than Ezo himself, and add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. 1k counter, 2k attack, cost of 1. I play a 3 buggy. This card cannot be KO'd in battle by / attribute cards. It's quite annoying to a lot of other players, especially Zorro and I think Mihawk. But on play, look at the top 5 cards from your deck, reveal up to 1 red event and add it to your hand, then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So that's 7 searches. I do play Otama. Otama is 2k counter, 0 attack, but on play give one of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 power during this turn. Ace is mostly a burner deck and also a heavy KO. Not a lot of these people use blockers, especially like Fossa. 2 cost blocker, 2k, 1k counter. That's pretty much about it really. It's searchable, being a Whitebeard. Then I play Lim. Potential 2 double blocker, because when on your opponent's turn, when this character is KO'd, give it to one of your opponent's leader or character cards minus 2,000 during this turn. Cost of 3, 2k, attack. I still like that card regardless, even though I do use a lot in red decks. Due to the ban list, especially the Marcos, I've gone for Rakuyo. Cost 3, which I think is brilliant, for if you add 1 Don card to it during a turn, all your other characters, including Whitebeard, gain 1,000 attack power. It don't wear much for Ezo, but it does buff him when you are minusing your opponent's attack power in general. But 4 of these, because you can just whack 2 down 1 turn, and they can buff each other as well because they're classed as Whitebeard. Second one is, Otama made a 2k counter, forgot to mention that one. Jozu, 2k counter, cost 4, 4k, Don +1, he gains rush if you have 2 or less life cards. Chances are you will, because Ace is, if you haven't got the control of your opponent's characters, you're going to hit a couple of times, and then you're going to need these rush cards and the rest of it to go along. So I'll play 4 of these. I know some decks will play about 1 or 2, but 4 now, due to the ban list. So there we have that one. 1 blocker, Marco. Cost 4, 1k. On KO, you may trash 1 card, type including Whitebeard from your hand. That's if you have 2 or less life cards. Be careful when you play this card, because if you don't have less than 2 or less, once it's popped, it's not coming back. As for the ban list, 1 other cost 5 Marco. On your turn, play KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 power or less. Backed up with Otama and other cards I'll be showing later. This works quite well. Shame it's only down to 1. I think it should be restricted to 2. But it is how it is for the time being. For the Portcast the Ace, cost 7s. Really good card. On play, gives 2 your opponent's characters minus 3,000. Then if your leader is Whitebeard, Ace is Whitebeard. It gains rush. In quite fairness, that is brilliant. I have popped categories with this. It is absolutely beautiful. And then the last restricted card, of course, is Whitebeard himself, Edward Newgate, aka White Moustache. On play, up to 1 your leader gains 2,000 power until the start of your next turn, which is really good. That's one of these is why I got limited in the first place. The cost of 2 Don, when attacking, KO to one of your opponent's cards with 3,000 power or less. Old armor, and a couple of the cards do help with that. Overall good card. I think it should be back up to 2 personally, but that's just me. As for events, which is a good few of, 2 Whitebeard Pirates. Again, it's another searcher for a character card with type including Whitebeard. Top 5 cards, search, Whitebeard, cost 1. Yeah, play 2 of them, and as for its trigger, activate the card straight from your life. Another one that I've only just put in recently as a little technical part for me is the Seaquake for 1 cost. If your lead tap is Whitebeard, KO up to one of your opponent's cards with 3,000 power or less. As a trigger, give it to one of your opponent's leader or character cards minus 3,000 power during this turn. I do it just to pop off low cost blockers. That's basically all it's for. Crossfire. I play 3 Crossfire. So it's a main and a counter for the cost of 2. If your lead tap includes Whitebeard Pirates, give it to one of your opponent's characters, minus 4,000 power during this turn. And again, the trigger is activate this card once your last spin hits. So they're all good, especially for the triggers, and most of them. I do play 3 Fiery Dolls. Your lead gains 4,000 power during this turn. It is in your main for the cost of 2. Trigger, give it to one of your opponent's leader or character cards, minus 10,000 power during this turn. So if it's straight from your life, it's basically a blocker. For the mighty Fire Fist, I can't wait for OP5 because you'll be able to play 8 technically. Now, 3 cost. During your main, you may trash 1 event from your hand, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 5,000 power or less, and up to one of your opponent's characters with 4,000 or less. One of my favourites, little synergy, is that. Bring him down, play that on top, you're popping Katakuris, and a lot of other cost 8s and such on. So, as the trigger, on KO, KO one of your opponent's cards with 5,000 power or less. Lovely. Last. 4 Flame Emperor. If your leader is Ace, KO up to one of your opponent's cards with 8,000 power or less, and your leader gains double attack, and plus 3,000 power during this turn. If you wish, you can summon an Otama, just KO bigger creatures, or play Fiery Doll on top of it. Makes him very, very powerful for double swing. Now, with the recent ban list on red decks I'm not fond of red decks in general, but I do think Nami should be just restricted to Straw Hat crew characters only, just being Zoro and Luffy, and any future ones, rather than just taking it out completely. I haven't really seen the purple Luffy deck played, because I'll be tinkering with that when the deck comes out in about a week's time. And same with the Marcos. The cost 5 ones, cost 6, is it? I believe it's cost 6. No, cost 5, sorry. 2 would have been perfectly fine. At the end of the day, you got to discard cards out of your hand. If anything, Izo should have been restricted as well, possibly down to 2, because you've got Buggy, and you've also got the Whitebeard Pirates itself that can back it. With the loss of Nami, I guarantee people will be using the Straw Hat event, I forgot the name of it really, which allows you to draw characters with the Straw Hat type under the names. But yeah, other than that, this is what I'll be running on the odd occasion until it all changes again, whether it's red that gets hit or the decks that get hit. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. Have a good day.